lokotho ezinhle Ithala kanye neGo Digital SA Foundation. Thamelani izifundo ze-mathematics, i-accounting, isiZulu ulimi lwasekhaya, isingisi, i-FAL, i-physical science, i-geography, ezobuchwepheshe, i-computer applications technology kanye namaklasi e-learner wellness okungukuzilolonga ngokomqondo kanye nomzimba. Lezi zifundo zethulwa nsuku zonke kusukela ngoMsombuluko kuya ngoLwesihlanu kuqala ngehora lesi-4 kuya kwelesihlanu u-4 kuya ku-5 ntambama nangomgqibelo kusukela ligamanxe ihora lesi-8 8:30 kuze kugamanxe ihora lokuqala emini 1:30. Zithameleni futhi lezi zifundo emsakazweni Ukhozi FM njalo ngoLwesine kusukela ngo-9 kuya ku-10 ebusuku. Ningangena ekhasini lethu lika-Facebook elithi Go Digital SA_movement noma kwi-YouTube uthi Go Digital SA Foundation. Siyethemba nizolijabulela lolu hlelo oluhlose ukunifundisa futhi lulekelele kulokho enikufunda ezikoleni zenu. Luthokozeleni-ke lolu hlelo nimeme nabo bonke abanye abafundi bebanga le-12 grade 12 ukuze nabo bazuze kulo futhi nonke nicijeleke ukuphumelela kwizivivinyo zenu zokuphela konyaka.
Sanibonani bafundi be-CAT Computer Applications Technology. Namhlanje sizokwenza i-revision ye-software ipresentwa kunina uPS Msibi. Ngiyathemba ukuthi abantu basayikhumbula kahle i-software nokuthi isebenza kanjani nokuthi i-computer yakho ekugcineni kosuku noma ungaba nayo i-hardware yakho kodwa uma ungenayo i-software angeke isebenze. So one way or the other yonke into eyi-hardware for yona ukuthi isebenze kumele ukuthi ube nani, ube ne-software. Same with your phone. Awukwazi ukuthi ungaba nefoni yakho kodwa uma ayinayo Android noma ayinayo operating system ezoyenza ukuthi ivuleke noma isebenze. You can't even chat or you can't even go through social media because of i-software awuyifakile. Okay, so namhlanje sizobheka ama-questions ahlukahlukene nje, awekho specifically on one particular part of i-software. So a whole lot of questions ongahlangana nawo uma ukuthi you coming across with a question or you coming across with an exam. I-question yokuqala nje ebaluleke kakhulu oyohlezi njalo kufanele wazi ukuthi ngeke uyibalekele i-define i-computer software. Nama sikhuluma ngokudefine i-computer software sikhuluma ukuthi iyini kahle kahle i-computer software. Ngoba sikunachaza elona ukuthi i-software you need it for your computer or for your device to work. So in this case, software ingama set of programs designed to perform a well-designed function. So lama program lawa angama sequence of instructions abhalelwe noma designelwe ukusolve a particular problem. So software in general terms for various kinds of programs sisebenzisa uku-operate ama-computers nama related devices. So iyabuyela back ukuthi ngiyokwazi ukuthi ube ne-hardware ungakwazanga ukuthi ne-hardware yakho isebenzise because when you use your hardware you need to have a software ezosebenzisana ne-hardware yakho. Now the next question will be distinguish between the following types of software. Now I've got two different types of software. System software, application software. Now masikhuluma nge-system software sikhuluma nge-computer software noma sikhuluma nge-operating system. The operating system noma le computer software idesignwe uku-maintain and uku-controller ama-hardware noku-provide a platform for ama-applications asuke khona ngaphakathi into your computer asuke run. So ama-examples e-system software ayoba i-Mac operating system, ayoba i-Windows, your Windows 7, your Windows 8, your Windows 10, ayoba i-Linux for open source operating systems. Now, the difference between i-software noma i-application software or system software and the application, between system software and the application software ukuthi i-system software ikwazi ukuyirunela independent of the application software, while the application software ayikwazi ukurana without the presence of the system software. ngamagama angeke ukwazi ukuthi urane i-system software. I-system software iyakwazi uyirana iyodwa kodwa ngeke ukwazi ukurana i-application software ungenayo i-system software. So i-independent kanjalo i-system software. So system software uyakwazi ukuthi uinstall on your computer kodwa iyakwazi ukuthi isebenze ikhompyutha yakho ingenayo i-application software. I think it makes sense. Now again sesikhulumile nge-system software nange-application software ukuthi yimuphi umehluko. So i-application software i-computer software edesigned ukusiza i-user ukuthi perform ama-specific tasks. La ama-task lawa ngaba ama-accounting software, ngaba i-office suites, ngaba ama-graphic software nama-media players. Sasekubona umbuzo futhi we-system software ne-application software. Safanele manje ukuthi sibheke umsebenzi we-system software noma ama-examples of ama-system software as well as ama-application software. Njengoba sesichazile, i-system software it controls and operates i-computer. I-example yakhona i-Windows, while ama-application software performs a specific task for the user. Ama-examples akhona i-Word, ne-Excel, database, etc. Now, omunye umbuzo ozolandela la uzothi which of the following are not example of an operating system. Now, kuye kube easy into engeke ngichaze lena. Kuye kube easy for wonke umfundi ukuthi asheshe ayiphendule noma asheshe understand i-question uma ngabe azi into asebenza ngayo. For an example, uma uzothola which one of the following are not an example of an operating system. Uma ungayazi operating system on its own, then you're gonna come across with a problem. So kuye kube easy to pendula umbuzo vele sewazi ukukhuluma ngani. The fact that they are asking about the operating system, then it means fanele to understand ukuthi i-operating system iyini kuqala before you are able to answer. Remember, your computer will not work without an operating system. So once you understand lokho ukuthi i-operating system iyini, your question will be easy to answer. La njengamanje sine Office 365, sine Windows 8, sine Internet Explorer, sine Google Docs, sine Android. Now, which one of the following are not examples of an operating system? So you see, njengamanje you're studying yourself for 3 months ngoba uyayazi ukuthi yini i-operating system. Uyazi ukuthi i-operating system yefoni yakho will be your Apple your operating system yakho ye-Apple will be your iPhone or your operating system. I-operating system yakho ye-computer will be your Windows 8. So lawa manje usuyawazi ukuthi nawo asesiwona ama-operating system. Chances are ama-application software. Then the next question will be, if someone asks you what platform you are running on your computer, basibe khuluma ngani. Na makhuluma ngokubona igama silenzela bold. Masikhuluma nge-platform, so it's referred to the operating system usuke run on your computer. So when your answer will be, maybe I'm running Windows 10, maybe I'm running Windows 11, depending on the particular case usukhuluma ngaso isikhathi. Now, iyini function ye-GUI. Again, njengoba ngichazile lento le. Uma ngabe wazi u-GUI, even ukwazi ukuthi what does it stand for, it becomes pretty simple to answer this. Because sikhuluma nge-graphical user interface sikhuluma ngani. Usuyazi ukuthi okay, it provides the interface between umsebenzisi we-computer kanjalo ne-computer. And then sesiba nama-features esingawathola kwi-GUI. So njengoba usuyazi i-GUI nanokuthi isho ukuthini, usuyazi ukuthi iziphi maphi ama-features azosebenza. Mangabe singakhumbuzana futhi again, i-GUI i-idea yayo was designed for wena ukuthi wazi ama-buttons athile, wazi ama-icons athile, wazi ama-menus athile, without you having to ukuthi uzube worried ukuthi awabhalanga amagama akhona. So ama-graphical user interface, wena as a user of a computer, you are able to determine those graphics, i-interface yakhona ukuthi imi kanjani. So ama-features that you'll find in a graphical user interface will be icons, drop-down menus, tabs, nama-buttons. Ama-operating systems amaningi ane-file management application built into them. Now, again, you see, once you understand ukuthi masikhuluma nge-file management application sikhuluma ngani, then kuba easy futhi again to answer the questions. What is the Windows file management application called? So layer window, let's say sithole phansi lapha on our taskbar. ile sibiza nge-Windows Explorer. So enye ama-file management application there. So eyo window yini i-Windows Explorer. Bese siya kuma-functions e-file management system. Now once you are able noma once usuyivulile i-file management system, uyakwazi ukuthi ucopy, uyakwazi ukuthi upaste, uyakwazi ukumove ama-files kanjalo nokumove ama-folders. You are able ukuthi futhi organize ama-files usebenzisa ama-folders and subfolders. So ngaphandle kwe-file management system ngeke uzokwazi ukuthi ucreate ama-folders noma ube nama-subfolders as well. You are even able to protect ama-documents akho. The next question would be, in your own words, why our software should be updated regularly. Now, funeka ukuthi ukhumbule ukuthi i-question ezoqala ithi in your own words, you need to be smart when you answering that one. Kwesinye isikhathi ezinye izinto ngeke zonke izinto uhlezi uyithola encwadini njengoba zinjalo. Kwesinye isikhathi ezinye izinto funeka wazi ukuthi zisebenza kanjani. Ezinye izinto uyadinga ukuthi uzazi ngomqondo wakho. Why would you need to update the software regularly? It's as good as mabe ukuthi uyafunda use-university usuyasebenza. You need to read something. You need to update yourself with information. So in this case, in a computer world, we update our software regularly so that ama-bugs angaba khona kwi-software azokwazi ukuthi afixeke. We update our software regularly so that senza sure ukuthi ama-security loopholes ayavikeleka nama-malware angenzeka ukuthi afuna ukungena noma installeka awinstalleki. We make sure ukuthi sikwazi uku-add ama-features amasha nama-improvements kule software esisuke sinayo uma ngabe kuwukuthi si-update our software regularly. Bese sibuyela kule folder le esibiza nge-zip folder. Now, umbuzo uthi uyayidinga yini i-special software ukuthi ucreate a zip file. Now, awuyidingi i-software. Akhona amanye ama-software are designed for ama-zip folders noma ama-zip files. But for your computer or for your Windows, it provides a zip folder noma zip file as part of ama-utility ayo into your computer ukwazi ucreate ama-zip files. So you'll also remember ukuthi we spoke about ama-utility programs into our computers. La sabheka khona ukuthi ama-utility program ayifanele nje njengomshanelo wasekhaya, whereby you are able to clean izinto ezincane ekhaya nokuqoqa into ethile into your computer. So i-window iyayiprovide this particular utility ukuthi create a zip file. But should you prefer ukuthi uthole lawa athengayo noma lawa adayiswayo, you can always do that. But other than that, you don't need a special software to create a zip file. Saseguma zip file noma compressed file. There are two reasons why you might want to zip or to compress a file. Now, in order for one to send a smaller version of a file over the internet, it's advisable to zip them or to compress them so that the amount of the data cannot be too much. The amount of sender wakho cannot be big. Another thing is we zip or we compress a file to take up space esincane into a hard drive. Saseko zip foot again. Izothi umbuzo, you have received a zip file. Yini oyidingayo to do before you can edit the file. Now, a file awukwazi ukuthi uyi-edit mabe ukuthi i-compressed noma i-zipped. So you may need to unzip it or you may need to uncompress it first in order to be able to use it. So in most cases you'll find ukuthi umuntu ufanele ukuthi right-click and then athi unzip noma athi uncompressed. And then masihambe ku particular folder la izobe you are able ukuthi uyi-edit khona because it's not editable. It's as good as it's as good as a read-only file. Now, a software bug, ne-virus, umbuzo uthi iyafana nilonto. So for you to understand or to answer that, kuzofanele to motivate answer yakho. Because ungasho ukuthi software bug is not the same as a virus, but then you have to add more. Why would you say so? Now, a software bug is not the same thing as a virus. Uma usungayi-motivate impendulo yakho usungathi i-software bug or rather a bug, error in a software. Whereas i-virus malicious software ekhandele ukudisrupt a function of your computer. So a bug can be actually fixed, while for a virus you may need to have an antivirus for it ukuthi ikwazi ukuthi uyiclean. Sikhulumile futhi ngama patches nangama updates in our previous lessons. So the question here will be, explain what a patch is and where you could obtain a patch. Now a patch uzwakala nje ukuzwa igama lesizulu ngathi dipatch. A patch is a software update that fixes bugs in the software. So unama bugs njengoba tishilo previous slide ukuthi unama bugs. Now sithi slide i-bug i-error software. Then a patch is software update noma fixa lama errors lawa into your software. Briefly explain what a scheduler is and how it can help keep your software updated. Now even a scheduler ikhona even on your phone. Now I've seen even a scheduler manje ama SMS, you are able to send an SMS bese uthana nayo uyayischedule ukuthi ingahambi at that particular period of time la usukuyisenda khona. It's advisable to make use of such features into our smartphones. Namhlanje you remember ukuthi kusasa ibirthday yami ngami, but then you may forget tomorrow. So rather type a message now, wazi ukuthi uyischedulile ukuthi le message leni izohamba ngo-12 ebusuku, ngo-1 ebusuku noma ngo-6 ekuseni. So a scheduler is a program that can be used to let certain programs run at a specific time and for a specific time intervals. So uyakwazi ukuthi ngifuna backup at a particular time, ngifuna backup at 11. So you put in your scheduler ezokutshela ukuthi at this particular time ngicela ukuthi yenze 1 no 2 no 3. So those are schedules or scheduler rather. Now bese kuba khona umbuzo ozothini. One reason you might not schedule updates to download and install automatically will be what? Now abantu abaningi may believe ukuthi yena uma wenza ama automatic updates uzosithola sewusebenzisa ama large amount of your monthly internet cafe or rather of your monthly internet cap. So into advisor ukuthi kunokuthi ngenze i-automatic schedule noma ngenze schedule esithile ongcono ngisidownloadele mina ngesikhathi engibona ngaso noma ngesikhathi esi-right for mina to download. Maybe umuntu uyabona ukuthi ngiku-environment la kune-Wi-Fi khona noma nginawo ama-data for me to do such. But the reason why abantu abaningi bangayenzi i-schedule noma bangayenzi automatic schedule is because ama-updates can use up a large amount of your monthly internet cap. Give one reason you might schedule your updates to run at midnight. Isikhathi esiningi abantu decide ukuthi ni-schedule yakhona ama-updates akhona bazowenza ebusuku. So you may need to have a reason for that. The reason for that would be the network might not be slow at midnight because abantu abaningi baskebelele. So the traffic is not as big as it may be during the day. Another reason would be the update can slow the computer down mabe ukuthi siyasebenza on it. And manje mabe ukuthi kusebusuku vele usungayisebenzisa i-computer yakho at that particular period of time. So at that hour we won't usually be working on the computer. So it's going to be easier for you to update. Explain what the concept of spooling in a printer queue is. Again, we tackled this part here, is spooling the printer queue ukuthi isebenza kanjani. Now, if we may do it again or if we may talk about it again, this is the case. Spooling is a process of sending the print task to the printer. Then a printer queue is a list of print jobs waiting to be printed. Again, let's talk about spooling. Spooling is a process of sending the printer task to the printer. A printer queue is a list of print jobs waiting to be printed. So now this means you are sending umsebenzi ukuthi awuhambe printer. Lo msebenzi lo uzohlala kwi-printer ilinde ukuthi uma ngabe kuwukuthi i-printer isivulekile then bese iyaprinta. So wena usuke wasendile ama-task akho noma ama-printer task to the printer. Say for argument's sake awuyifakile i-cable, so isipooling sizohlala silinde kwi-memory ukuthi once wafaka i-printer and then siyaprinta. In the process uma ukuthi ususende imisebenzi eminingi, so that way uzobe usune-printer queue. So i-printer queue ama-list of ama-print jobs osuke usuwasendile into a printer ukuthi aprinteke. There may be a reason or two why people bengayisebenzisi i-backup noma bengayenzi i-backup. Well, I for one, I hardly make a backup because not necessarily that it takes a lot of time, but my external storage devices could be expensive. Because uma ngabe ngenza i-backup, I need to have an external hard drive engizoyithengela nje ukuthi for i-backup. I'm not going to use it, ngizoyibeka somewhere separately because i-backup, as you may have been taught, i-backup i-idea yayo ukuthi awuyibeki on the very same place la khona ini la khona your original or your original files, because the idea is you are saving it for just in case kuba khona i-crash noma just in case kuba khona i-breaking or noma kuba khona i-cases la kuba khona i-file. So reasons why people don't make backups is our backups can take up a lot of time. Our external storage devices could be expensive, nanokuthi nje abantu ke bayakhohlwa bese ibuyela backup akushedulayo ukuthi you may decide to set up your schedule ukuthi ikhumbuze ukuthi you need to back up or you need to make a backup for a particular at a particular time. Now kuna message pop up on your screen while you are surfing the internet. Uma kuna message enjalo ekubuzayo if you want to install a program, you need to understand why there could be such a thing. You need to able to explain why this message is popping up and what you know message pop up. Isikhathi messages our pop up into our screens, especially it's a program that needs to be installed. Once the operating system is stopping the software install it automatically permission yakho, it means if you don't want to install the software, you may choose an option not to install it. So the idea of the operating system is it gives you an idea that this software may not be advisable to Wi-Fi, but if you are actually putting it according to your permission, then you put it. Again, you print the end of it. Your operating system is stopping the software to install it automatically because it's a permission from you. So that my installer it get installed by your permission as installed automatically. Now your operating system uses some security features. Amongst other them is a firewall, is preventing malware access as well as access control. So how does your operating system use the following features, or how does the operating system use a firewall? A firewall is a combination of hardware and software that stops unauthorized access to and from a computer network. So your operating system is actually able to help you do that. To stop the access to and from your computer network. Your operating system also has a security feature that prevents malware access. So you may actually install an antivirus software to stop any form of malware such as viruses or spyware from entering your computer. Now our operating system comes with such at the moment. So with this card you may not even need to install anti-malware because anti-malware that comes with your computer. We also have a security feature with access control. Now, why or how does our operating system use that particular feature? The operating system is access control is a process where a network administrator allows or disallows users from accessing computers, resources, or certain folders on the network. So it allows a control, it gives access, or it disallows the control from which you want to access a computer, access some resources, or access some certain folders on the network. It all comes with your operating system security features. Then your next question will be, where will you find computer software? Now, computer software, as we may know, siyathola storage media, especially DVDs. Now we are also able to get them from the internet. Amanye futhi akhona kwi-RAM of our computers. Now, siba nama categories. This is one question that you'll always come across, and this is one thing that you must always have it at the back of your brain, at the tip of your brain. System software and application software, it will always come. Rest assured on that. Now, uma ngabe kuwukuthi sikhuluma nge-system software or sikhuluma nge-application software, sikhuluma ngani na? System software kubalulekile ukuthi i-manage, i-control the whole computer. So ngaphandle kwe-system software, we are not able to manage and control the computer system. I-application software, ama-programs are developed with the user in mind. Example may be your Microsoft Office Word, your Microsoft Office Excel. So when as a user says that you may need to type in your CV, you may need to make any calculations. Some application softwares are programs that are developed with you in mind. Now there are examples of system software, and there are also functions of system software. But examples of system software include the operating system, device drivers, antivirus programs, utility programs. Now you may remember, when system software, no operating system, unlike application software, you are not able to make any applications on them. That is how they're actually designed to work. That is how they're actually gonna work. I was going changes on your operating system. You cannot make changes on your device drivers, on your antivirus, on your utility programs. They were designed for that, they're designed like that, they will work like that. So hence some examples, the system software will be your operating system, the device drivers, the antivirus, and the utility program. Name 3 functions of an operating system. Now, ngaphandle kwe-operating system, you are not able to manage activities adingwa noma adingakala into your computer mabe ukuthi uyayivula noma uyayivala. Ngaphandle kwe-operating system, you are not able to be provided with user interface, lokho sikubiza ngane nge-GUI. Ngaphandle futhi kwama-functions e-operating system, asikwazi ukumanage ama-critical components afana njenge-CPU no-RAM. So i-operating system will actually help us ukuthi sikwazi ukumanage izinto ezifana nalezo. Then the next question would be, why is it important to log on to a computer? It is important to log on or into a computer to protect computers from unauthorized access to data. Remember, usho ukuthi why fanele ukuthi kube khona password into a computer. Ngoba phela when you are logging in, sukufaka your password. Most of the cases ku internet, it's a username and then a password. So for a password or for a login to happen to a computer, we understand that we need to protect computers from unauthorized access. So it's about to access any data lethu noma information engaphakathi into a computer without our knowledge. Explain what is meant by a strong password. Now, this is one thing that I always emphasize on my learners. You cannot just make a password about 2003 because it was along 2003. The password should consist at least 8 characters. Now, characters are 8 words. It's as easy as ABC. So a strong password requires at least 8 characters. You have to have a combination of letters, a combination of numbers, a combination of symbols or special characters mixed together. Ngiyachaza indaba ye system software and application software. It's one question that will always come across. So now and again, the question is to describe the difference between system software and application software. If I really go onto this lesson, so that it's gonna become easier for you to remember and to know about the system software as well as your application software. Now, the system software is software that allows you to control and manage your system. While the application software, applications are developed to make computers useful instruments for us. for us as users ukuze sikwazi ukwenza imisebenzi yethu. Now define the role that the application software play in a computer environment. Now you cannot able to type in a document, you cannot not able to do your calculations, to store your data, even to play your games. Apparently one application software. So iyasiza as ama-users ukuthi sikwazi ukwenza imisebenzi yethu. Now there are also 3 different types of application software. Njengoba singachaza ukuthi kunama different types of system software. Now application software types akhona maningi. Amongst others, we have got multimedia software, we've got educational software. Now sike mention earlier on in our lesson la sasikhuluma khona ngesoftware. La sikhuluma khona multimedia software interactive programs la khona i-text, sound, video, animation nama-graphics esikucombine wonke together. While masikhuluma nge-educational software sasikhuluma ngama-programs asetshenziswa ama-learners to exercise and revise some skills afana nama-maths, afana nama-programs asetshenziswa othisha noma esiwadinga to interact with them. But ke sina financial software esetshenziswa ama-accountant, maybe for ama-payrolls. Sikhuluma ngama different types of application software. Then sina productivity software efana njengayo database and a spreadsheet. We also have communication software. All of these types of application software angena ngaphansi kwama-categories akhona. So in this part of application software is a communication software, whereby we are able to email, we are able to fax, we are able to message someone. It's a communication software. So there are different types of application software that one comes across. I would the application software is just an application software. Kumele ukuthi abe nama-type akhona afola ngaphansi kwawo. Now there are also features esiwasebenzisayo to combine. Njengoba ngiyachaza in the previous lesson masikhuluma ngama-application software ama-types akhona ukuthi kune-multimedia application noma kune-multimedia software. Multimedia software i-combine i-text, i-image, i-audio, i-video nama-animations. So njengoba igama lisho multimedia, of which means ama-media amaningi ahlukahlukene. Then the next question will be, name 5 examples of multimedia applications. Now you see, siyabuyela back again igama elithi multimedia. So lama applications lawa maybe applications whereby we are able to interact. So the interactive encyclopedia njenge-Encarta is one of the examples of multimedia applications. The PowerPoint presentations, because it comes with a voice, it comes with a video, it comes with a picture, it's also part of a multimedia applications example. So the animation, visual reality, the online or TV advertisement, they all fall under examples of a multimedia applications. Siphinde sibe ne-role that communication software play in a business environment. So njengoba sesichazile in a previous slide ukuthi sinama different types of application software. Amongst those application software besikade sine communication software. Yini ke na umsebenzi communication software noma i-role communication software edlalayo in a business environment? Uyakwazi ukuthi u-email to communicate with customers or business partners. Uyakwazi to message to communicate with employees with the company. You are able to also fax facilities to send documents. So your role there, your communication software. And also we've got terms. Now lama terms lawa buyela back lapha ya kulama terms esikhuluma ngawo obugs, whereby you need to understand ukuthi asebenza kanjani. So the first term la esikhuluma ngayo is a term called a patch. Now sesakhuluma nge-patch previously. Now we also need to relook at it so that you understand it clearly now in details. Now a patch is a small update in a program. The purpose yayo is to solve a bug that may have been on a program. Now remember what you spoke about a bug as well. What a bug was not a virus, but a bug was an error into a program. Now that particular error, it may need to be fixed. For us to fix the particular error in a program, we need to put in an update. Leyo update leyo sibiza ngani nge-patch. Ngiyaphinda futhi. I-patch i-update encananyana nje of a program. I-purpose yayo is to solve a problem ethile into a program, noma is to solve a bug into a program. Ama-bugs angama-problems uma-application cause a program not to work properly or not to produce i-input esuke i-right. Enye yama-terms engidinga ukuthi siyibheke ile term esiyibiza nge-service pack. Now after a while maba ama-patches esemaningi esuke sereleziwe, ama-developers athatha wonke lama-patch lawa wa-develop noma kade bewenza baweze abe i-application eyodwa. Leyo application besinika igama lakhona elithi i-service pack. Now you had patches because you had bugs. So once oba nama-bugs amaningi, then kuba khona ama-patches azofisa lama-bugs. But once ama-patches akho futhi abamaningi, they have to put them together into one, and then bese bawabiza ngani nge-service pack. Then they are able to install. So i-service pack may also contain namanye futhi ama-features asuke masha asuke se-ediwe emva kwalokho, just for advancement. And then sasiba nento siyibiza ngama-version. Now uma ngabe sekhona ama-features amaningi into a program, then sesiba ne-new version of the program. So ngamagama ngeke sikwazi ukuthi silokho sine-Microsoft Office 2010 sekukhona ama-features asemaningi ase-ediwe. Sifanele ukuthi si-update manje siye kwi-Microsoft Office 2013. So the whole application uzomele ukuthi iqalwe kabusha noma yenziwe kabusha. So as much as kunama-features amaningi asuke khona, then we have to create a newer version of the program. Then the program yakhona izobe siya-update noma siya-upgrade. So example again would be Microsoft Office 2010, Microsoft Office 2013, 2016, because they come with the different versions of the Microsoft Office suite. There are reasons why it is important to download and install programs updates regularly. Again, this particular question has come in earlier on. Now, uma ngabe sikhuluma ngama reasons for us why it is important to download and install program updates regularly, ukuthi angeke kuhlezi unama latest features into your program mabe ukuthi aw update. Lama features lawa ayade khona when you install a program may have been updated since you last installed a program. So it's very important for you to download and install the program updates so that you are able to get our latest updated features. Again, sikhulumile futhi ngama-bugs ukuthi kunama-errors asuke zoba khona into your computer. So whenever you are downloading or you are updating your program regularly, it gives you a chance to fix those bugs and security errors as well. We also have got under our applications something esibiza ngani ama-web applications. Now ama-web applications asebenzisa online or on the internet. Here you are asked to give at least 5 web applications available ku Google and Google Drive. Only this one only applies to Google and Google Drive. But there are also ama-web applications owatholayo ngaphandle zokwalawo Google na Google Drive. So ama-examples akhona noma ama-applications are available for Google and Google Drive will be your Google Docs, your Google Docs spreadsheet, your Google Docs presentation, your Google Docs maps, your Google Docs forms, your Google News. So all of these are web applications. It means you are only able to run them on the web or on the internet. Mangabungena internet, you are not able to run them. Yonke into ngiyaphinda futhi yonke into in our computer wethu isikotha ama-advantages nama-disadvantages. Njengoba sesiqalile nje yonke lesimo njengoba siyenza, you have to know at the back of your brain again ukuthi noma ngabe yini esesikhuluma, even your mouse, even your keyboard, bukhona ububi bukhona ubuhle bakhona. Almost everything esisebenza ngayo into our computer wethu has got advantage and disadvantage. Now let us look at disadvantages of a web applications. Now remember, web applications ukuthi you are only able to run them on the internet, connected to the internet. So now these are advantages. Advantages awudingi ukuthi uyithenge application, so they don't gonna charge you for that because you are only running them online. Even though you have to buy them, even though you are running them online. But in many cases, you don't need to buy the application. Another advantage would be you don't have to install the application into your computer. So you may also need to understand that there are easy collaboration and sharing between our users. You are running apps online because you want to develop services online at that particular time. So now you collaborate and share the food between you amongst yourselves. You can also access projects anywhere, even from your mobile phone or a tablet. So you don't have to worry about on my PC to open an application. The application also run on any operating system because it's designed like that. But just say sachaza futhi bukhona ububi bakhona will be can only be accessed if internet access is available. So there's a load shedding or internet awunayo, you are pretty doomed. Aware camera guarantee security over your data. So you are sharing private data there, you may actually find yourself you are exposing your data to something ongenayo i-access noma i-guarantee ye-security over yona. Nokuthi ke futhi i-company le esuke i-hosta ama-files akho may actually leak to outsiders information. Obubi bokugcina will be you don't have control over software updates. Should they not update, uzohlala ne-software esuke outdated, even though it's very rare ukuthi software yakhona inga-updated online. But I update you, awunayo control yakhona because it is run over the internet or rather online. Now, there are 5 applications available again in your operating system, but these ones are designed for people with disability. So you need to discuss how each of them can be of help to them. Disability abasuke benayo. So ufuna uku-understand ukuthi umuntu one-disability nje udinga ukuthi abe nalolu hlobo leli application ukuze ezosizakala. So i-narrator izosiza ukuthi ifundele umuntu on the screen into esuke ibhaliwe. Umuntu onjani lo ezobe umfundela? Umuntu visually impaired. Now i-audio description izo-explain ukuthi yini eyenzakalayo in a video. So i-audio description ikhandela umuntu ongezwa kahle emadlebeni. Bese siba nephathi in our applications for ama-disabled enlarge i-text nama-icons on the screen. So this one ikhandela for abantu aba-visually impaired. Bese siba ne-magnifier efanayo ne-enlarge text and icons on the screen because now futhi it does the same thing. It enlarges ama-parts of the screen depending on which magnifier yakho kuyiphi part. So this one is also designed for abantu aba-visually impaired. And there's also speech recognition. Now, speech recognition, the idea yakhona ukuthi i-computer react kuma-spoken commands. So your computer will understand ukuthi uthini and then it reacts to what you are actually doing. So this one is also designed for abantu aba-visually impaired. But kusisikhathi ke nathi ke singekho visual impaired, we may want to try and use such features as well or such applications. Now bese siba nama settings athile into our mouse whereby we change the color unit size of a pointer, we slow down double click speed, we set our arrows to control mouse movement, etc. So this one is also designed for abantu visually impaired. And then lastly, we may actually have to put in our sticky keys. Now, our sticky keys are designed to type our key combinations one key at a time. Remember that, for example, I'm pressing control no alt no delete. So fun to at the same time work at our keys. But for people, I'm difficult using their hands, so sticky keys will actually come handy for them. Bese siba no blog. Now legama lelomulubuka lithi blog, but in a true sense igama leliwe lisuka kubani ku-web logs. So kuthatha nje kuphela the last part ka-web ob, and then bese kuethwa bani u-logs. So a blog is an application, or rather a web application, where anybody wants to publish anything of their interest, from personal diaries to information about a company. Bese sikhuluma ngo-keylogger. Again enye futhi yama-terms abalulekile kakhulu le ekufanele ukuthi siyazi sikhumbule ngaso sonke isikhathi masikhuluma nge-keylogger. What is it lethi sisuke sikhuluma ngayo? Now nokuthi isebenza kanjani. Ngiye ngabona enye yama-examples yama-keylogger, but before ngikhulume ngama-examples let's look at ama-keyloggers nokuthi enzani nokuthi ayini. So ama-keyloggers, also called as ama-keystroke loggers, angama-action of tracking the keystroke on a computer keyboard. So this happens typically in a covert manner, so that umuntu osuke esebenzisa keyboard is not aware ukuthi kwenzakalani noma ama-actions asuke ewenza nokuthi ama-actions asuke ewenza amonitariwe yini. So key logging software runs invisibly in the background. The records of the keystrokes are saved into a log file. So anything here is ukuthi abantu abasuke bengama abaphathi becompany can actually go through lama log files la ba-check ukuthi imaphi namaphi ama-website umuntu osuke wavakashelile, imaphi namaphi ama-website umuntu osuke engene kuwona. So they are able to actually record lawo ma-keystrokes lawo, noma they are able to determine ukuthi umuntu wenze ini u-1 no-2 no-3. Even ney'ngane zakho you are able to tell ukuthi ingane yakho iye kulapha website noma iye ku-1 no-2 no-3 places. So ama-keyloggers umsebenzi wawo yiloyo ukuthi akwazi ukuthi a-track ama-keystrokes on a computer keyboard. And then siziba ne-patch. Oh yes, the patch again futhi uyaqhamuka. So it's very important to understand the software patch. The fact that uqhamuka as much as this is a proof ukuthi ubaluleke kangakanani in new understanding it. Most major software companies will periodically release ama-patches, njengoba sesaqhaza earlier, are downloadable from the internet to correct specific problems kuma-software programs abo. A patch is a small piece of software esikhandelwe to correct a problem with a software program or an operating system. Ama-patches are often called fixes. So i-idea yama-patch ukuthi now kunama-problems bekade ekhona kuma-bugs, and then what do we do thina? We create a small piece of software sicorrect labo problems lawo with a software program or an operating system. Then once ama-patches amaningi, then they become a what? They become a service pack. So a service pack usually contains many different patches. Let's go over the difference between a software update and a software upgrade. Let it be found log in or log in noma register kuqala, but this one is a little bit different, right? So software update no software upgrade usebenza kanjani na? I-update is a free program that fixes issues with the software or adds more hardware support, while upgrades they add additional feature to your software product and are not free. So uma ukuthi una already program but you need to fix some issues into your program, noma you need to add hardware support, you may need to update your program. So an update will fix some issues with the software or add more hardware support. But when you are upgrading, you may need to add an additional feature to your software product, and it is not free because if feature yakho leyo izokuthi u-add something kuyona. So this is how it works. Cishe fana nje njengemoto yakho. So on your car, uma ukuthi update usuke nje uyiwasha uwasha mhlawumbe namasondo mhlawumbe amarim akho ufuna ukuthi acobezele mhlawumbe you just add upendo wakho loyo noma you just clean them up. But when you are upgrading, you have to go and buy a new rim, or you have to go and buy light akho angaphambili. So you see, you need to add an additional feature into your car. So that is actually how it works: an update and an upgrade. Again, sibuyela futhi kuma updates ukuthi ama patches. Now, in software terms, a patch or an update is meant to correct ama bugs or problems within the software that makes it perform less than optimal. And then upgrades are different in the sense that they do not address the two issues, but rather make your OEM version refer to our software that came bundled with software. Okay, that came. Upgrades are different in the sense that they do not address the two issues, but rather make your OEM version yako as we refer it to our software that came bundled with some hardware you purchased, or our standard version and advances it to the next version. Basically, we add more features into your program, to upgrade, as we have mentioned in a previous slide. Now, again, these are very important terms, and it's very important for you to understand them. That is why they keep on popping up. Service pack, often abbreviated as an SP. A service pack is a collection of updates, fixes, patches for an operating system or a software program. Patches are often released before a larger service pack, but the service pack allows for an easy single installation. So when you open the service pack, if you patch yokuqala, patch yesibili, patch yesithathu. But umuntu uzothola i-service pack eyodwa enawo wonke lama-patches akho amathathu lawo, including ezinye izinto futhi esithe ukuba mbalwa on a single installation. So i-service pack isuke i-collecte wonke lama-updates akho lawa, wonke lama-features akho lawa, esiwabiza ngani? Ngama-patches. And then of course something esibiza nge-float software. We also spoke about the float software when we discussed a software part. It's a software that has bugs. So flow usho i-fault noma usho i-bug. Again, masikhuluma nge-trial software. Now we may have spoke about ama-trial software, noma we may have spoke about ama-freeware, ama-shareware, ukuthi ayini nokuthi asebenza kanjani. But let's check if you come across with such. Masiqhubeka nama-slides ethu. But then njengamanje, let's look at i-trial software ukuthi iyini nokuthi isebenza kanjani. Now, trial software, it refers to a software which consumers can try before they buy. So, a trial versions of a software usually contains all the functionality of the regular version, but it can only be used for a limited period of time. Now, there's a difference between a software license and a software site license. Now, you need to also understand this one because it always comes up on your exam. The software license gives a user the right to use the software in a licensed environment. The software license, it grants a right kumuntu osuke ithengile that angayisebenzisa, otherwise iyamprohibita by ama-copyright. A site license, it allows unlimited use of software for use by a single organization at a specified site. So you need to understand the word site here, it becomes easier. It is often much cheaper to purchase a site license instead of purchasing a multiple copies. So, this is an industry, a school. It's not advisable to school esithenge software yodwa. Noma maningi for umfundi nomfundi. Kodwa singathenga software yodwa kuphela for ukuthi wonke ama-computers asingaphathi esikoleni azosebenzisa that particular software because they've got a license, esibizana a site license. We also spoke about user-centered design nokuthi asho kuthini. Now ufuna ukuthi ukhumbule ukuthi ama-user-centered design approach to design that grounds the process in information about people versus products. So UCD, it focuses on users through the planning, through the design, and through the development of a product. So there are many advantages and disadvantages of UCD. But in a true sense, UCD, philosophy corner was to have an end user's needs. Kwenziwa sure ukuthi yini into efuna umuntu, imaphi amafocus afuna umuntu. And then when they develop it, they develop with that in mind. So product developed using the UCD methodology asuke optimized for end users and emphasis that are placed on how the end users needs are or wants are. Then we've got a home, a student, and a professional software edition. I think this is pretty simple. Ukuthi home and student edition yaga Microsoft iyona popular kakhulu. So it's ideal for ama student, ama educators nabantu abasebenzela emakhaya. While the professional edition software ina features asemaningi ase-ediwe for ama advanced features. And then sisiba no minimum requirement, no recommended requirement. This we also spoke about. It's very important to understand. Ukuthi minimum system requirements need to be met for the software to run. Then a recommended system requirements, if met, will offer better software usability. Amongst other software, we've also got a web browser, of which is a software esisebenzisa to locate, retrieve, and also display content with World Wide Web, including our web pages. We've also got a proprietary software. So this particular software idea, this one is exclusively property of their developers or of their publishers, so it cannot be copied or distributed. I found a freeware whereby this one, I'm a copyrighted software called they give away it for free to the author. While a shareware a final as a trial, whereby the software is distributed free on a trial basis with an understanding which umuntu esebenzayo once wayifunda wayibona uzokwazi ukuthi ayithatha ayisebenzise. So bese siba nama public domain software whereby ama software that are not copyrighted and not controlled or owned by any particular or individually or entity. And there's also an open source software, okay, opposition and a proprietary software, whereby open source code, normal open source software refers to software that are developed, tested, or improved through public collaboration and are distributed within the idea that must be shared with others, ensuring a future collaboration. Okay, so I think that is it for the day. Siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi senu, siyathemba ukuthi kuyafundeka under ama different circumstances, siyathemba ukuthi futhi sizokwazi ukuthi siphumelele, God willing. Next Saturday nibe ne weekend enhle. Siyabonga.
Siyathemba nifunde kahle nasithokozela isifundo sethu sanamhlanje enisethulelwe ngezidlokotho ezinhle Ithala libambisene neGo Digital SA Foundation. Thamelani ke futhi esilandelayo ngesikhathi sifanayo, ningakhohlwa ukumema nabanye abafundi bebanga le-12 ukuze nabo basizakale kulolu hlelo. Uma ninemibuzo noma nifisa ukuxhumana nathi, ningasithinta ngokufaka imibuzo yenu kwinombolo yethu ye-WhatsApp ethi 068 151 1072. Mfundi, ungakhohlwa ukubhala isifundo obuza ngaso ngaphambi kokubhala umbuzo wakho. Angiyiphinde inamba yethu 068 151 1072. Siyabonga.